This week on the Island Times News Update, Neptune Beach will not rescind raises given to its employees last year, and the city finalizes its sign ordinance. In Mayport, Chinese naval ships pay a visit to the U.S. East Coast for the first time. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Neptune Beach will not rescind merit raises given to employees in the last fiscal year, but the city is also going to be keeping much better track of its employee expenses. Mayor Harriet Pruitt had wanted to cut the pay of a handful of employees that were given salary increases beyond the 3% across-the-board hike last year. Some had received additional raises of as much as 5%, meaning they were awarded a net 8% raise.
We did not know about this, and I believe, I used to, working for the federal government, we had merit raises, but these merit raises, if we want merit raises, we should put them as in the budget and as a line item.
But others on the council said that to rescind the raises now would not be fair to the employees who had done nothing wrong. Councilman John Jolly said that members of the council should bear some of the blame.
It's my fault. I didn't ask questions when I should have and delve into stuff that I should. But it's passed. These were done. I just do not feel it's fair to yank them now.
Commissioner Scott Wiley and Vice Mayor Richard Arthur also agreed that it would not be right to ask the employees to now take a cut in pay. But Pruitt is adamant that the city get a handle on its employee expenses, which are now eating up nearly 80% of the general fund.
And I'm thankful as mayor because I have a chance before I go out of office and with our new city manager to get some policies in place that will make Neptune Beach, I believe, better.
City Manager Andy Hyatt said that he's working on a comp time policy that will be designed to prevent another situation as was uncovered concerning former City Manager Jim Jarboe and his sellback of comp time. Hyatt also said he's working on a whistleblower policy which would allow employees to report potential issues without fear of repercussions from a supervisor. Well, after nearly 18 months of discussion and debate, the Neptune Beach City Council finally took a final vote on its sign ordinance Monday night. The council had a few last-minute amendments to the bill and also changed it to agree with Florida's building code. City building official Don Ford told the council that the state changed its building code in 2010 to require signs to comply with wind loading that is in place for buildings. In Neptune Beach, that's 130 miles per hour. Because of the state code, the city could not include specific language that would allow repair of a sign that's designed to blow out. The state determined that large sheets of plastic flying through the air in a high wind was not very safe, Ford said. The council did pass an amendment that will allow businesses on corner lots to have as many as 4 monument signs, 2 on each street, but they have a limited window. The council included language that gives businesses that opportunity, but only if they bring any non-conforming signs into compliance by April 30th, 2016. The final vote on second read marked the end of a year and a half of deliberations over the sign ordinance. Monument signs are still limited to 96 square feet, which some on the council think is not large enough for multi-tenant businesses that have an anchor tenant and several smaller businesses. That issue may still be back before the council at a later date. 3 ships from the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy docked at Naval Station Mayport on Tuesday. The visit marks the first time that Chinese ships have called at a naval facility on the east coast of the United States. The ships, a frigate, a destroyer, and an oiler, are taking part in an around-the-world deployment. They arrived at Mayport after visiting several European ports. An arrival ceremony was held for crew members of the ships to welcome them to Mayport, and the Chinese sailors are having an opportunity to interact with U.S. Navy sailors and local civilians, participate in various ship tours and cultural events in the surrounding area. The ships are expected to leave port on Saturday. The Ish-Brandt Beautification Committee had asked the Neptune Beach Council to consider spending about $20,000 for the purchase and installation of 113 palm trees on First Street in Neptune Beach, but the idea ran into some opposition. Councilor Scott Wiley said he doesn't think the trees are a bad idea, but that this is not the time to be spending reserve funds on trees.
I think it could be something we could look at doing, but at this particular time tonight, I don't think it's something that I could vote on to spend that much money in one area of the city on palm trees.
Mayor Harriet Pruitt had looked to the trees to be part of her legacy as mayor of Neptune Beach, and the city staff will look into potential alternative funding sources for the project. The Beautification Committee said it would contribute $1,500 to the trees. But when we come back, Atlantic Beach is set for a leadership change. This is the Island Times News Update.
Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. A new mayor and 2 city commissioners will be sworn in Atlantic Beach on Monday night, but not before the current commission takes care of its regular business. On the agenda is a resolution to spend a little more than $200,000 on a parcel of land at 280 Camellia Street on the marshfront. Those who favor purchasing the property say it could be an access point for the city's marsh parks. Mayor-elect Mitch Reeves has spoken against the purchase during public comments at previous meetings, but the vote will be taken before he's sworn into office. After regular business is concluded, the commission will recess and then return for the transfer of the gavel from Mayor Carolyn Woods to Reeves. Commissioners-elect Martina Blythe Waters and John Stinson will also be sworn into office. Reeves will then appoint a mayor pro tem and take care of some other administrative business before adjourning the meeting. Jacksonville Beach passed a resolution Monday night that rescinded the portion of its sign ordinance dealing with non-commercial temporary signs. A recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling found that sign ordinances, which separately categorize or classify temporary non-commercial signs, such as special event signs based on the content of the sign, are now subject to strict scrutiny rather than intermediate scrutiny by the courts. City Manager Forbes said that the most prudent course of action would be to strike that portion of the Jacksonville Beach sign ordinance entirely. City Attorney Susan Early said that the city would address the entire sign code and not just the portion that deals with temporary non-commercial signs. Forbes said that process was expected to begin fairly quickly. Former Neptune Beach City Councilman Bob Shimp announced in a letter to the editor in the Beach's Leader that he'd be seeking the office of mayor in Neptune Beach in the 2016 election. Current Councilwoman Kara Tucker is also running for the seat. Rory Diamond, Executive Director of Canines for Warriors, has announced a bid for the seat currently held by Tucker. One other seat will be decided in balloting on November 8th. That's seat 2 currently held by Scott Wiley. Wiley is eligible for another term on the council, but he has not yet filed for re-election. The Jacksonville Beach Art Walk is Tuesday, with dozens of artists lining the streets in the Central Business District for the evening. The event is held the second Tuesday of each month, beginning at 5 p.m., and many stores in the Central Business District stay open late for the event. And the Lanadoo Celtic Festival will be November 14th and 15th at Latham Plaza in Jacksonville Beach and on the beach. The festival features arts, crafts, Celtic games, and a 5K kilt run on Saturday morning. The event is free and open to the public. As for the weather here on the island, well, the National Weather Service says we've got some big changes on the way by Sunday. There's a slight chance of showers Saturday and a good chance of rain on Sunday and Monday. Highs will be near 80 on Saturday and then fall to the low to mid 70s on Sunday and through midweek next week. Lows will be in the upper 60s to around 70. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to know about stories posted to the Island Times. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.